I look terrible, but that's because I've been in the house all day. And I'm actually recording this on my new iPhone. It was time. I had to get a new phone. I was rocking with the iPhone 7. I've been using the 7, I don't know, for like the past 4 or 5 years. And I just love the color. It's supposed to be like rose gold, I think, or whatever. But I love the color and didn't want to get rid of it. But I think that Apple purposely, it's what they call planned obsolescence, right? So it's like the longer you have like a piece of hardware, whether it be like an iPhone, an iPad, a MacBook, after a certain number of years and OS updates, I think that they purposely trigger something in the hardware so that it just breaks down and you're forced to upgrade to the latest greatest. So yeah, after about 4 years with this phone and the most recent iOS updates, I just noticed that the battery just started to, battery life declined sharply. So I was just like, whatever. I knew I wanted to get a new iPhone at some point anyway, so I went ahead and copped the 12 mini. I did not get the 12, the 12 Pro, or the 12 Pro Max, just because I'm trying to do some things and all that extra money on like a 12 Pro Max could go toward something else. So I got the mini. It's fine. It's about as big as my 7 was. So as far as, how it feels in the hand and all that, there's not much of a change. I am getting used to the fact that the phone doesn't have a home button, so I'm learning how to navigate the phone without it, but it is what it is. Just finished work, about to get into some dinner, leftover spaghetti, and I'm gonna make a salad on the side, get some roughage in my system, and yeah. So this is going to look different from most of my videos because clearly I'm using the camera on the phone. Normally when I shoot my vlogs, I shoot them at 24 frames per second. This phone cannot do that. It does not do that. I won't say that it cannot. It does not do that. So this is shooting at 30 frames per second, however it's called. 30p in, I don't know, I guess this is high def. I guess this might even be 4K, I don't even know. But it should look a lot slicker than most of my vlogs. I'm gonna try to dirty it up though. Gonna try to dirty this up. All right, let's eat. Okay, so I've eaten dinner, I'm done, I'm full. Sitting here watching YouTube videos about a camera that I will not be able to purchase when it's released. Hopefully I'll be able to purchase it in time. But in any case, so I really don't, have anything for you today because we're in the middle of a pandemic. What I've been calling a demi. We're in the middle of a demi right now. But I'm gonna express this real quick. I know y'all are sick of me, talking about the demi, and you're sick of me just like talking about people acting like assholes. But it's just really frustrating. It's really frustrating. This past week we've seen COVID numbers like rise exponentially. The last I checked, they reported 160,000 plus new cases in one day. 160,000 plus. It's like we hit a total of like 10 million cases, and then in less than a week, we reached 11 million cases in the US. The fuck? When I see these numbers, and then I get online and I look at people going to brunch parties, day parties, hanging out, and just like, shit like that, I'm just like, this is why. And I really don't understand. I don't understand how we are 8, almost 9 months deep into this. We know how the shit spreads. We know what you have to do. And yet people are still, and I'm not even talking about like the anti-maskers or, the conspiracy theorists or anything like that who feel it's a hoax, or I'm talking about people who goddamn know that this shit is real and they're still doing dumb shit. And it really, it pisses me off. It really pisses me off. And, it's just like they post these pictures and, I'm just like, all right, have a good time. But it's like, the fuck are y'all thinking? And hey, everyone has to live their life. Everyone has to make the decisions that they want, they feel are best for them. But it doesn't make any sense to me. That's the thing. It just doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, it comes across as being like just really irresponsible and just not smart to me. I don't know. It's just, I don't know what it will take for people to come around, because I feel like the lesson is not being learned, and I don't think the lesson will be learned. Fortunately, Pfizer and Moderna have both released results from like their trials, and seems that the vaccines are more than 90% effective just based on their trials. And it's going to take some time, but vaccine is distributed. Hopefully enough people will take the vaccine, and we can resume life. Resume, go back to some sort of normalcy and within a few months. And I just fear that when that moment comes, we've got the vaccine and we're able to like tamper down, COVID, because it's not going anywhere. Like, COVID is here. We're just going to now be able to deal with it. But I feel like there won't be, for the vast majority of people, there won't be a lesson learned. God forbid something like this happen again, because people are going to just pull the same dumb shit. They're going to do the same dumb shit. Certainly doesn't look good on a global level. You've already got people who feel like COVID was, made in a lab and unleashed on the world. Well, what if there is, some crazy organization or some, government out there that really wants to, unleash biological warfare on the U.S.? Already had a test run. They see how effective it will be, because we just fucking stupid. People are stupid. People are stupid. That is the one thing that I've really learned in this pandemic. All the education in the world, all the kind of smarts that you think people possess, when it comes down to matters of common sense, when it comes down to just like really doing the responsible thing, the thing that will not only save you, but everyone around you, people, they won't. People are fucking stupid. Human beings, we are fucking stupid. So when we do get through this, I mean, I'm already looking at people differently, and I'm really taking stock of my relationships, and I'm really reevaluating a lot of my relationships. It's just like, is this the type of person that I would trust with my life? Or if I had children, would I trust my children with them? Or if we're running a business together, would I trust them to run the business? Would I trust them to be smart enough to do the right thing? Because the answer for the vast majority of people, the answer to that question is no, not based on what they've shown me this year. Anyway, that's enough.